So hey guys, there's a lot of people that need some myofascial release in the calves, and that also extends to the hamstrings. So for example, if you're doing a squat and you're having troubles keeping your knee behind your toes, then that can also suggest that you have tight hamstrings and calves. Now, that being said, we're going to work on the gastrocnemious and the soleus, which is underneath the calves, and the belly of the calf, which is the gastrocnemius, utilizing a ball. Now, the gastrocnemius and soleus are for ankles and knee stabilization and plantar flexion of the foot. So they have a lot of use. So people who are doing cycling, hiking, running up hills, you name it, even climbing, are going to feel often that they are quite tight in that area. And it comes to a point eventually where you need to release it, and if you don't, then the injuries occur. So what we're going to do is a very simple technique. It could be quite intense when you first start it, and you need to be mindful of that as you go through. This is great for heel issues, plantar fasciitis. It's great for all tender areas that are also extenuating from this sore calf, because the sore calf usually refers, like any sore muscle or sore injured part of the body. So even though you may be feeling it in your heel or Achilles, it could come from the calf. So it's really important to understand that with muscles too. It's often a referring pain. So what I suggest you do is grab your ball. You can use a tennis ball if you don't have one. You're going to find the belly of the calf, okay? And you're going to find a tender spot. And from here, you can bring that foot into the side when you're first starting. Find that tender spot and lean into it. And you're going to roll around and find tender spots and hold for about 1 minute. If you need an increase of intensity, you can bring this leg over and you can start to lean into it with the weight of that foot on the calf. And you slowly start to work your way into releasing those tender points that you're going to find, and it can be quite extraordinarily strong. So if you put more weight on it, it's going to be more and more intense as you go. And if you do it lighter, it's going to obviously be less intense. Or if you're really sore, take your time, take your foot off and take it easy. And you're going to roll over also to the outside of the gastrocnemius, the calf. Try it on that side, try it on the inside, and find all the tender points. So you could sit there doing this and find that over time, things like your plantar fasciitis, I always say this wrong, so just ignore me, will get better. The heel pain will get better. The Achilles pain will get better. You could also find other issues could get better. Also, you may find, for example, as you release your calves, if you're someone that's having problems with your squatting with your heel down, then you may find over time with this releasing method 3 to 4 times a week, all the time after you do exercises which trigger tightness in this area, or even before you do to warm it up, that your squat goes from here all the way down. If you're working on pistol squats and you don't have the Achilles flexibility, then this will also help. It's the small things that make a big difference. It's not perfection. It's not a one-size program. It's about finding what your body needs and where your body goes. And when you find those things, they will make a huge difference with regards to where you're going and whom you are as a person. Because also when you have trigger points or soreness, it also reflects in your mind. It also changes who you are in your mind and your day-to-day processes. So it's really important to understand that a sound body affects your whole life to be a more sound life, and an injured or a triggered body or internals as well will affect your whole life. So working not only to strengthen your body, but release the tensions in your body is a primary source of becoming a lot more centered in yourself. All of these niggles add up just like a headache, or they lead you to injuries, and they're simple and fast to avoid. You don't even need to buy anything, you just need a ball, and you can do it while watching your TV or a video on social media, so it doesn't take a lot of time. But remember that your health and your happiness invested in it creates a huge difference to your life. So you have to find that balance and make sure you look after you. But I highly recommend this for cyclists, for runners, for climbers, for dancers, you know, it's going to make a huge difference. And for anyone that's got sore issues around Achilles and their feet, you're going to find huge releases over time. It's not going to come straight away. It's going to take time, but done consistently, from little things, big things grow. I hope you enjoy, and I wish you an amazing day full of awesomeness. Remember, no one's perfect. No one's got it all together. But we all have something we can offer in the world. We all have something we can give. Rather than finding the faults and the problems of everything and everyone, find the gifts and the learnings and the lessons. From gratitude, everything becomes worthwhile and enough. Have a great day. Namaste.